Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite go-to ride or die products. I have a little story time in here for you, some big news, some changes in my life. Yeah, just this is like how I would get ready and this is what I would do to go out. So if you want to see how we got today's look and see all the products that I recommend and products that I like, my holy grails, then keep watching. My go-to primer is the Hangover by Too Faced. It just works for my skin. I have combination skin, so dry to oily. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on. So I'm a bit of a foundation junkie. I have tried plenty of them to find one that works for me, and I feel like the only one I've found so far that works really well for my skin is the Maybelline. This is the Matte and Poreless. I've not tried the Superstay. I've been kind of slacking and getting it and trying it, but this one just works for me, and I have a couple bottles, so I'm just going to finish these and then I'll get that and try it. So this is my go-to foundation. And if you're someone who's really into formulas, I'm sure you could do a little bit more research. I'm not one that really goes too in depth with it. I just try things, and if it works for me, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So my two favorite concealers right now are the Age Rewind and the Revolution Conceal and Define. These two guys right here. So what I like to do with this one is I like to place it like right here, kind of like that. And this one dries down a little bit faster, so you kind of have to be careful with that. But I like to put that right in that inner corner just to really brighten that spot up. Because I don't have huge dark circles, but it's still something that I'm self-conscious about. But see how that just kind of really brightened that whole area up with that, just that little bit of that Makeup Revolution that I put in there. So normally I would use the RCMA setting powder to set my, my face, but I've really been living for this Becca setting powder that I got in my Boxy Charm this month, the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. Now when I first tried it, I was a little confused because I thought maybe my Beauty Blender was too wet. Because when you open it, right, so this is just me touching it, it just feels wet and it's so weird. But it's a really nice smooth consistency. So I just take a little bit on my sponge. This might be my new holy grail, if I'm being quite honest with you. It's really nice. I know someone asked me in a comment on my last video, and I think I said it was all right. But honestly, the more I've used it, I really just enjoy it now. So for contour, we all know that I love my Cover FX. But my absolute favorite contour palette would have to be the Contour, I know it's really dirty, this is old, the BH Cosmetics Contour and Blush 2. Honestly, it has been my holy grail. As you can see, it's been used. And now broken. Yep. I broke it. These are the two shades I usually use because I like that cooler and I like a little bit of warmth, which depends on the day. Most of the time I go for the warmth just to kind of make me look like I have a color since I'm so pale. You can take any brush you want to use for contour. And I like to go right underneath that cheekbone and just kind of carve out the area I want. And I kind of go up just a little bit, just so it raises my cheek rather than if I did a straight line, it would just kind of drag everything down. And I kind of go right around here. Because you're just adding depth to the face is really all you're doing. Giving the appearance that you have a structure that you don't. Now, someone asked me in the comments if I could show you how to contour, and I can show you how I contour, but I can't show you how to contour your face. Everyone's got a different shape. My suggestion would be to do a little research, watch some videos, just Google it, whatever your face shape may be. You'll usually find what you're looking for in that regard. So I'm sorry if that's not 100% helpful, but I can only contour my face shape. So I know I look a little Oompa Loompa-y. So now just taking any brush and kind of buffing that in. But see how it just warmed up my face and made my cheekbone a little bit more pronounced? It's kind of what you want to go for. Now for blush, I don't really have a go-to, but if I had to choose a go-to, it would probably be this Pretty Vulgar. and this is called Make Them Blush. I just find that this shade works for my skin tone. It just kind of adds just a little bit, but not too much of color. I'm gonna kind of just blend that back a little bit. So for highlight, this is a difficult choice for me because my tried and true, the one I've been using for years, is the Champagne Pop by Becca, which is like a, you know, champagne-y pop, like champagne-y pop. It's a champagne-y kind of color. Now, I love this one, but like Brain Freeze has really had my it's really had my heart since the collection dropped, as well as the Diamond Wet. Like I really just this combo just works for me. But I think for the sake, I'm gonna go with my gut and I'm gonna use the Becca because she's seen me through some rough times and she just has my heart. Now you don't have to go up as high as I do with your highlight. You can just stick to like this area right here just because that's where you want the highlight, because like it makes it, just like I said, it just draws everything up that way. And then you just do the tip of my nose, bridge of my nose. So aside from eyebrows, this is basically what I would do every day to get ready for work. All right, so now brows. My absolute go-to brow products are, as you've seen in every video I've done thus far, is the Anastasia Dip Brow and the Benefit Trio. I don't know if they're actually called the Trio, but you could get these in like a box set. So the gub comes with Goof Proof, Precisely My Brow, and the Gimme Brow. And since we're on Benefit topic, I do have an announcement to make. I know the shirt's kind of a little ironic for this video, but I am quitting hair. Now, it was a very hard choice for me to make because I went to school for cosmetology so that I could learn everything. And in doing so, I found a passion for coloring hair, which led me down into just straight doing hair for a couple years. And then in the last year or so, I really got back into makeup, which if you follow me on social media, I'm sure you've noticed that I've kind of went from being non-existent to I'm posting a lot more. Not as much recently because a lot of my free time goes into doing these videos. And I hope that that's showing because I really want to provide, you know, just like a fun environment where we can hang out, chat, you know, do stuff, and play with makeup, new makeup. I decided to hang up my shears. I know, cheesy pun, but whatever. So I decided to hang them up, and I was offered a position at Benefit at my local Ulta, which I have accepted, and I will be starting sometime in the next month or so. So I'm super excited about that. Hi, I know some of you from Ulta like to watch. So yay, Benefit. So I get to keep my license working for Benefit, and I'm gonna do my brows while we do this so that I'm not just kind of like off track. So I get to keep my license through Benefit because they have the brow bar there. So you need to be licensed in my state to do waxing services, which is great. So if I ever decide I want to go, you know, back to doing hair, I can definitely do that. If you're a client and you're watching this, I'm pretty sure I've talked to most of you now, and if I haven't, I will get to you, I promise. It's just, it's been, like I said, it's been a difficult decision, but I feel like my heart's in the right place. A lot of the reason why I stayed doing hair for as long as I have was for my clients. And because like you guys are my family, so it was a hard choice, but this had to be for me. This had to be something that I did for myself. And yeah, so that's kind of like my little announcement. Hey, so hopefully I didn't just bore you all to death with that little story. But yeah, so I'm super excited. Can't wait to start. I screwed up my eyebrow already. Hi, I want to do your brows. And I just waxed my eyebrows today since my fiance decided to tell me that my eyebrows looked horrible. Thanks for that, by the way. They weren't even that bad. I usually do them every 2 weeks. And this was week 1. No, this was week 2, so you're right. I was due. It is so effing hot in here. That's the one thing they don't tell you about, you know, doing YouTube with all these lights is like, I'm sweating. And yes, I understand I'm wearing a sweatshirt and that's my fault. But holy hell. So now I'm just going in with the Benefit Give Me Brow. This is just kind of like, it's like a little mascara wand. And you kind of just go in and it kind of gives volume with color, which is great too, because like I said, I have a lot of spaces missing in my eyebrows from not having them as a teenager. Fun video. I'll insert that video up above somewhere, so you can go ahead and check that out, how I did my makeup in high school. I'm sorry, you're gonna go blind. So those are my go-to brow products. You can pick them up at Ulta. So it's really hard for me to choose an eyeshadow palette since I have about 20 of them sitting in front of me right now. My go-to would have to be the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker right now, because it's got a variety of... You know what? This is my go-to. I recommend this, but I think I'm gonna put this to the side. I think I wanna use this. And this is the Ace Beauty. It's a cute little palette. These would be my go-to colors if I were to go, let's say I'm going out tonight. Eye primer. My go-to eye primer is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. To start this off, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Glow, which is this like orangey, it looks more pink on the camera, but I'm going to take that and I'm just going to take any old blending brush. So I'll just take the Jeffree Star one. And this is going to be, so there's a lot of kickback, but I'm just going to kind of go in right here. And this is going to be kind of my transition shade. So now I'm going to go into this cinnamon color. I'm going to go right in that crease. So now I'm going to take Poppy, which is that deep dark red. And I'm going to place that right on the crease and the lid. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm going to take this rose shade, and I'm going to place that right in here where we cut the crease. So now I'm going to take this jasmine color, place that right in that inner corner, kind of blending it over that rose color we put on there. Okay, so now I'm going to take, this is the Morphe M217, and then I'm taking the... I love these. This is by Milani. These are the Hypnotic Lights. These are eye toppers, and this is called Desert Heat. So it's like got a gold shimmer to it on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and take this brush. Kind of dip it on there. Got way too much on there. So now I'm going to kind of go over that rose color right in the crease. So kind of like that, just to kind of add a little like extra. I mean, it doesn't have to be like perfect. So now I'm just going to hop off camera real quick, do the other side, and we'll be right back. Okay, finish the other side. So now I'm just going to take a shade from a different palette, the Alyssa Edwards. I'm going to take the Beast shade, the black shade there. I'm just going to take a flat brush and go right in here, just to kind of make my lash line look a little bit more full. So my holy grail mascara is the Better Than Sex. I've been using more of the Big Ego over the last couple weeks now, and I know in my last video I said it's nothing special, but I actually kind of enjoy it. Like I said, the brushes are similar, but you can see that the Better Than Sex gets just a little bit more clumpy, which is why it's not my favorite anymore. Because it doesn't get as clumpy, it does almost exactly the same thing, but a little bit different. So now that that's done, I'm going to throw in a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline, and I'm taking the Sorme, this is the True Line, this is my go-to eyeliner. So now I'm just going to take that rose color, and I'm just going to kind of tap that on right underneath, kind of like that. So yeah, this is basically how I'd go out if, you know, if I was getting ready to go somewhere. I'd probably just kind of do something like this. So we all know I'm the gloss queen. I find if I'm going out, gloss is usually better for me. Plus I like to smell them and put it on. So this is Shockwave by Jeffree Star. This is the gloss. It's got that pink to it, which I think is perfect for this look. I mean, you could put a nude lip under this and put this over it. I didn't want to. So I just went and took a dot of Karma from Ulta Beauty. Just put a dot and just kind of mixed it all together just to kind of deepen up my lip tone a little bit. So now setting sprays. The Morphe setting spray and the MAC Prep and Prime. I always do MAC first, and then after that dries, I go in with the Morphe just to double ensure that it's not going anywhere. So now I just take the Morphe, and I'm ready to go out. So this video is about 12 different things. My go-to favorite products, you know, my little story time, and this is just like a going out look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload. Thanks, we'll see you in the next one.